Who wants to be a millionaire? Okay, winter messaging. Who gets our newsletter? You all seen our newsletter? You'll have seen in there some things about which NHS service you can go to. So, do you go to A&E, or do you go to the GP, or do you go to the pharmacy, or do you use your own first aid kit at home? Because at the moment, A&E is overwhelmed. If you go to A&E, you can be waiting up to 5 hours, and because of COVID and because of GPs being closed, more people are going to A&E than would normally go. And so the NHS is trying to tell people there's lots of other ways you can get help. Don't just come to A&E for anything and everything. Try these other things first, and only come to A&E if it's really, really an emergency. So the NHS has given us, Disability Partnership Calderdale, some money to promote this message. I've made it into a quiz because I thought that would make it more interesting and a bit more interactive. So the way the quiz is going to work, this half of the room is going to be the right team. Not as in you're all right, as in the right hand side of the room. And this is your score here. Okay? This half of the room, you're the left team. And that's your score there. So, oh, thank you to our wonderful sound engineer in the back. He makes it so real. Right, for £100, team on this side. If you are suffering a heart attack or a life-threatening emergency, where do you go? A, to your GP. B, to your local pharmacy. C, to the A&E department. Or D, to bed. So put your hand up if you think it's A. Put your hand up if you think it's B, pharmacy. C, A&E department. D, to bed. So you think it's the A&E department for £100? Correct! You have just won £100. So on here we're rolling 100. Okay, this side. I've skipped 2 and 3, we're on 500 now. What number do you call in a life-threatening emergency such as a stroke? 111, 118. You point us to what? 666. Or 999. If you think it's A, 111, put your hand up. Do you think it's B, C, D? Yeah? Yes, well done, you won £500. 999. So this side you're on 500, this side you're on 100. So we're going to the next question, this side. For £1,000. What number can you call to get NHS help and advice when it isn't an emergency? 118, 111, 666, or 112? So if you think it's 118, hand up. If you think it's 111, yeah, 666, though I don't want to call that number, or 112. Yeah, so we're going with 111? Correct! You have just won £1,000. So let's just add a 1. So you've now got 1,100 and you've got 500. Incidentally, one of the answers was 112. That is also, you can ring that in an emergency, if you're on a mobile phone, it's the European equivalent, yeah? But for the purposes of this, it's 999 in an emergency, or 111, it's not an emergency. Okay, this side, for £4,000. What kind of things would you call 111 for instead of calling 999? If your GP surgery is closed and you need to talk to someone, if you feel unwell but are unsure what to do, if you need an emergency supply of your prescribed medicine, or all of the above. It's a bit of an easy question, that one. So, if you think it's A, raise your hand. Or if you think it's B, or if you think it's C, or if you think it's all of them. What do we think? So, do it again because I wasn't counting, because there was a little bit for everything. So you can do 50-50, you can phone a friend, and you can ask the audience. Do you ring 111 if you need to talk to somebody? So A, you need to talk to somebody because you're not well.
Phone a friend, please.
Alison wants to phone a friend. Yes, okay. Ring, 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 ring. Hello, it's Julie here. What's the question? Oh yeah, you don't have to read it out to me, I've read it. Well, the thing is that I know that you can ring 111 for all them things, actually, because they know lots of stuff. And if it is an emergency, when they ask you, they'll probably then send you to 999 or to ambulance, and they'll call an ambulance for you if it is an emergency.
Yeah, because A could be for mental health.
A could be for mental health, you're absolutely right. Oh, time's running out, but yeah, I've been on for all those things actually, so I think it's D. I think it's D.
You said D first, but...
D!
D! Yes! £4,000! 4,500, 1,100. Right, next question, this side. £16,000. As well as calling 111 or 999, there are other ways that you can get help from the NHS. Which one of these is not one of them? The NHS 111 online service, the NHS app for smartphones and tablets, an online GP consultation, or the medical reference section at your local library. So, if you think it's A, the NHS 111 service, if you think it's B, the NHS app, do you think it's C, an online GP? Or do you think it's your local library? Yeah, so you don't go to the library to get help. You go to the professionals. Correct! You just won £16,000. The correct answer was the local library.
What's the local library?
It's not one. Yeah, because the question was, which is not somewhere you go. Yeah. So 16,000. All right, here we go. 16 and 11. 27. Okay, this side. £32,000. Okay, you have cut your finger at home and need a plaster. Where is the first place that you should go to get one? I need to come over here because my point is the first aid kit at home, the A&E department, the supermarket, or the pharmacy. It's just a little cut. Your finger's not falling off, you just need a plaster.
Terry's man bag.
Terry's man bag. So put your hand up if you think you should have plasters at home. Yeah. You're all right. Well done. £32,000.
What's happening with those then? 36,500.
30. I need the dolly dealer to do this. 36,500. Thank you. What the NHS are really wanting is they want to promote self-care. So they want people to have a fully stocked first aid kit at the home, and they want you to be able to look up for yourself online or telephone 111, put yourself a plaster on. Don't always think, I go to hospital for every single thing. And if you do ring 111 and they think it's an emergency, they will always call you an ambulance anyway. So, 64,000. I like that sound, it's great. Which of these NHS services is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Is it the pharmacy, the GP surgery, the A&E department, or the mental health services? Just one, there's only one correct answer. So, do you think it's the pharmacy? Raise your hand. If you think it's the GP surgery, A&E department, correct, well done, 64,000, right, we need to add this up now. 64 and 27, 91. So they've got 91 and we've got 36 and a half. But the next question for this side, we're going up £125,000. As well as A&E, what other NHS services are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? The NHS 111 online service, the 111 and the 999 phone lines, the NHS app on a smartphone or tablet, or all of the above. You keep getting all the above questions. So raise your hand if you think it's online. A, B, C, D, all of the above. Correct! You have won £125,000. Right, so I need to add this up now. Oh wait. 125 and 36. Pardon? 161,500. Oh, look at that. So this side's got more money than that side. Okay, we're moving on to big money now. £250,000. Someone you look after has a temperature with no other symptoms. The GP is closed. What should you do first? Give them some paracetamol and a drink and see if it improves. Take them to A&E. Call the out-of-hours GP for an appointment. Or call 999. So, A, put your hand up for A, paracetamol. Correct, well done, £250,000. I'll just go back though, because what would you do if they weren't getting better with the paracetamol, or if new symptoms developed later on into the evening?
First of all, GP out of hours.
Yes, so then you would call the out-of-hours GP and explain, or you would call 111 and they would do the same. And then if they become feverish, or they start to become convulsing, or the eyes are rolling, or if you're worried, then you go 999. Yes, you would, that afterwards. Yes, you would, but not straight away. So try doing it yourself first, and if they don't improve or they're feeling worse, then you try the next one. So 250 there to add this up now. 3, thank you, Malcolm. Malcolm's like a mathematical genius. 3, 4, 1. Right. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to pick up the pen. That's not going to work, is it? Right, here we go. 500,000, £500,000. Are you ready? Which one of these is a reason that you should not visit A&E in the first instance? A suspected broken bone or dislocation, badly burnt or bleeding heavily, a severe allergic reaction, or minor cuts, grazes or a sore throat. I told you pretty easy, didn't I? So raise your hand if you think it's A, B, C, or D? Yes, correct. Yes, 500,000. Add it on 500. I can do that. 661. Oh wait, I'd be going home straight away if I couldn't do that. There. 661,000. Now then, final question. For £1 million. This is a scenario. I apologise, the writing's quite small. It's a Sunday night and you are feeling unwell. You don't think it's an emergency, but you do need some advice on what to do. The GP surgery is closed, the pharmacy is closed, and you can't get through to 111 on the phone because they're busy. What can you do? How can you get help and support for yourself? Do you just ignore it and go to bed and wait till Monday morning? Go to the pub. That's not what it answers, but yes, good idea. You could. Do you look online and visit NHS? Together we can. Would you call a friend and family member for advice? Or would you go to A&E? Drink lots of vodka. What else could you do? You could sing a song, you could go and do a crossword, you could play Sudoku, yeah. Put a plaster on it and take a paracetamol. But there's one answer that I want you to say, I want you to vote for.
Kiss it better.
Kiss it better, yeah. You could kiss it better, yeah, you could. So, do you ignore it? You could do, but it's not the right answer for the purposes of this quiz. Would you go to A&E? Would you call a friend or family member who's not a nurse? Would you go on? Together we can! Yeah! Well done! Well done. So we've got hang on. 1,341,000. Sorry, they won. Well done for playing, well done. So the few slides. This is just what they've given us. You'll see these in our newsletters, and you'll see these on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page, on our emailed newsletter and our printed newsletter. So the A&E department is for life-threatening emergencies. Is my illness an emergency? Sometimes you might not know. You might think, especially if it's a child or somebody that you're caring for that look really poorly, so you don't really know. If you go to 111, you can telephone 111, or you can go online, 111.nhs.uk, and they will give you advice on whether it's an emergency or not. If you're worried and you're feeling anxious, they can help. And underneath it says, Together We Can. This whole campaign, Together We Can, is to help everybody get the advice they need. If you're feeling down, you need someone to talk to, you can go on Together We Can. Make sure you've always got a first aid kit that's stocked up. You might just need a plaster or some tweezers to pull out a splinter or a paracetamol. So try and keep it stocked up where you can. And your GP. You can always telephone your GP for advice, or the out-of-hours GP if your surgery is closed. Pardon? Takes about an hour to get through. So again, 111 is usually better. Or you can go online, Together We Can. Pharmacy. A pharmacist, a qualified pharmacist, there has to be one in every pharmacy. They give medical advice on treatments such as tummy aches, colds, rashes, aches and pains, even sore throats. So you can always go into your pharmacy and explain your symptoms, and they may be able to give you something. And that's the final slide. So together we can choose well. Self-care, pharmacy, 111, mental health services, your GP and your A&E.